The story of Eric Smith involves a tragic and disturbing crime that occurred in 1993 in the small town of Savona, New York. It is a heartbreaking case that highlights the impact of violence on families, communities, and the criminal justice system. Please be aware that the details of this story are distressing. The victim, Derek Roby. Derek Roby was a 4-year-old boy living in Savona, a tight-knit community in upstate New York. He was known as a friendly and curious child, full of life and innocence. The crime, July 2, 1993. On July 2, 1993, young Derek was walking to a summer recreation program in Savona when he encountered 13-year-old Eric Smith, a local teenager who lived in the same area. Eric had a history of behavioral and emotional problems, including anger issues and bullying. Tragically, Eric lured Derek into a wooded area near the local park, where he subjected the boy to a horrifying and brutal assault. Eric struck Derek multiple times with a large rock, causing fatal injuries. After the attack, Eric left Derek's lifeless body in the woods. Investigation and arrest. Derek's disappearance led to a frantic search by law enforcement and the community. His body was discovered later that day, and the shock and grief reverberated throughout Savona. The investigation quickly led to Eric Smith, who, when questioned by the police, confessed to the crime. His confession was detailed and chilling, revealing the brutality of the act. Legal proceedings. Eric Smith's trial took place in 1994, and he was charged with second-degree murder. His defense team argued that he was mentally ill and should be held accountable but receive appropriate treatment. Despite this defense, the jury found him guilty, and he was sentenced to the maximum penalty available for a juvenile at the time, a minimum of 9 years to life in prison. Rehabilitation and controversy. During his time in prison, Eric Smith has undergone therapy and has been involved in various programs designed to address his behavior and mental health. He has expressed remorse for his actions. And there has been ongoing debate about whether he can be rehabilitated and reintegrated into society. In 2018, after serving 25 years in prison, Eric Smith became eligible for parole. Several parole hearings have taken place, each time sparking intense debates in the community and among those affected by his actions. The case of Eric Smith's murder of Derek Roby is a painful reminder of the far-reaching consequences of violent acts, particularly when involving juveniles with complex emotional and psychological issues. It continues to provoke discussions about the balance between rehabilitation, punishment, and justice for both victims and offenders.